Hey, what is up everyone? Hope you're all having a wonderful time. So I recently made a build guide about the Herald of Thunder Autobomber, and here we are again with the same build, but now more tankier. I choose to go with Chaos Inoculation, so that means that we need to go for the energy shield as our main defense. And this video will not go in depth on how the build is working, so if you missed the first video, I do recommend you go and check it out. I will however show all the changes I did to the character and also some new mechanics in the build and how it's working. Before we start, just a quick reminder to like, comment and subscribe to show your support. And with that said, let's start from the beginning. So first of all, we got ourselves a new Helm with increased effect of the buff to Stone Golem, and this is going to boost the life regen from the Golem, and it will then apply to our energy shield with Seal of Oath. Next we went with a perfect fossil to get a bit more on the quality than a normal, and after that we just spammed dense fossils to get as much energy shield on the Helm until we were happy with the result. Next we got some fractured Zork boots here with movement speed on them, and here same as before we used the perfect fossil for the quality and then we used dense for the rest of the craft. And next up we bought some Zork gloves with the shock spread implicit, and I did once again the same as I did before. And the quick note here is that you could even go and spam some essence as well, but chances of getting a flat percent and also a hybrid is kinda low for the energy shield here, but it is still possible. I wasn't really happy with the gloves, so I decided this time to buy a new pair with the fractured flat energy shield on them. And here I also realized that we will need to get some dexterity on some of our items, so for the gloves here, first we started with the perfect fossil for the quality, and then we started to use a Essence of Sorrow to guarantee the dexterity attribute. We got a decent roll, but sadly no resist, but I went with the gloves either way. I moved on and I bought some new clusters with some more attributes on them, and also a new small cluster with armor on it, and this one I decided to craft for myself, and the main mod that we were going for is called Enduring Compost, and this will grant us 1 endurance charge every second if we get hit recently. And this will make it so we have endurance charges up all of the time pretty much, because we do get hit by the ring we are using from the Herald of Thunder when it starts to proc. And here I was also looking for as much strength as I could get, and I managed to get a decent roll in the end. I found a decent amulet that I managed to get for 1 divine with some energy shield mods and also +2 lightning skills. And next up I went and looked up what combinations that I could use for my timeless duel, and this is also a big change from the old video. Here we are using Brutal Restraints with Balbala, and this will give us the Traitor Keystone so we can have more uptime on our Flasks. And after quite a bit of searching I found one with 3 great stats for me for only 1 divine. Next up is going to be the belt, and this changes out the power charges that we get for absorption charges, and this will work as an extra layer of defense, but more about that later in the video. And next up I bought all the flasks that we were needed, and I went with 1 sapphire with reduced effect of curses. And another one was the ruby flask with reduced charges and a open suffix, and this was so we could craft the 3% life regen, which is transforming to energy shield instead with Seal of Oath. We also got the Topis flask here with additional elemental resistance. And after this was done I went and I bought 2 Grand Spectrums with minimal power charges, and these 2 will add up to a total of 6, so we have the absorption charges from the belt up all of the time. And the last Grand Spectrum that I took was with all elemental resistant, and this one also with the reduced effect of curses, and this makes it so we're still curse immune, and we also get some extra resist which adds up to 21%. Ideal here, we want to have one with minimum 2 frenzy charges, but they are around 30 divine each right now, so this will work fine for now. And next up, we fixed our flask with quality, and also so they get reused at the end of the flask effect, and this will make it so they get automated. I also went and I bought a Quicksilver with increased movement speed, just so we can have it while we are mapping. And even with 4 flasks we can still sustain our elemental flasks up to 1 minute pretty much, and the Quicksilver for around 25 seconds. So once we do run around doing maps, there shouldn't be any problem to have them up all of the time, unless the boss take over half a minute. But for this build, a normal boss shouldn't take that long. But if we do need uptime, we can simply just remove one of the flasks and they will be up for 100% of the time. After that, I went and I bought one Anomalous Chaos Golem and also one Anomalous Stone Golem. And the Anomalous version here makes it so their buffs get stronger. I'm not sure if we actually gain any extra thing from the Chaos Golem, but we do get some from the Stone Golem at least. And the next up, we just fixed all the links and the sockets on all of the gear that we made. And after that was done, we finished up our amulet here by applying a Tempering Catalyst to improve the defensive stats on the amulet. And we also went with the Anoint, 3 golden oils, and that will result with the Whispering of Doom for 1 extra curse. Then I went and I bought the beast Fenamus, and this is so we can get the aspect of the spider. After a bit of thinking, I finally decided to put them on the boots, because they were the most likely ones not to get a upgrade of in the near future. And at this point we were almost done with the build, but we still had the Implisits from Eater of World and the Searing exarch. I decided to go with the greater version of both of them here, mostly for the gloves, where we could get a higher radius of the shock spread, but let's just say the RNG was not in our favor. So after a very long time we finally got it, but on the lesser amber, and this is why you buy the base with Implicit first, so we don't have to deal with the same problem that I had. We ended up with shock radius and exposure on the gloves. For the helm we managed to get increased effect on our conductivity curse and also lightning penetration. For the boots we got scorched ground, and we also got the increased CDR of travel skills. So yeah, this was all the changes that we did for this build, and even though I didn't really hit the energy shield mark that I was hoping for, we can still feel that the character is more tankier than it was before. Now we can actually take a hit without dying. I was hoping on getting around 4.5k here, but we do have quite a bit that we still can improve on. All the gear that we did still lacks intelligence, so just by that we can get quite a bit of extra energy shield, and even from other things as well. But from some other defensive layers that we have, we get 20% physical reduction from our golem and also the endurance charges. I do like 1 point for a 4th endurance charge, and also if I would have plus to all skills on the amulet, the golem will then provide with an additional 3% there, so that's a total of 7% more physical reduction just by that. And also the absorption charges here that we get from our belt is making it so we recoup 12% of the elemental damage as energy shield per charge, and with 6 charges we get 60% of the elemental damage recouped. So not only we get better sustain from the Herald skill itself, but from any elemental hit from enemies as well, so it do help quite a bit here. We're also using Chaos Inoculation as well, so we don't have to worry about Chaos damage anymore, and also the degen from it. Other than that, we made some more changes to the passive tree, Well, obviously, we had to remove a large cluster and did some other paths for Energy Shield, but if you want to check it out for yourself, I will put the link to the POB in the description. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel to show your support. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!